That's a beautiful thing.
Oh, I have vanity bands that I take off my eyeglasses. My niece will take them for me. Okay, so good afternoon, everyone. I'm just going to step out the way. I'm Debbie Covington, the chair of the board of the African American Cultural and Historical Museum of Washington County, Michigan. I cannot tell you how excited I am that you have to step aside and let our president, one of our founding members,
Yes.
our president and CEO.
That's right.
Okay, so Joyce is trying to play me right now. She was one of my teachers in high school.
Yes.
And Joyce Hunter's name is engraved in my soul.
Yes.
So I know Joyce Hunter. I was going to add some accolades to that, but she tried to play me. I'm just gonna bring her up here. Come on, Joyce.
Even though she's younger, she can still have a senior moment.
There was no senior
Yeah,
moment.
don't know it on the stage.
So welcome. Once again, as Debbie said, I'm Joyce Hunter. I'm serving as president and CEO, and I'm a founding member. And so I'm going to share a couple of things with you. I'm going to use two quotes. My first quote is, an idea without action remains a dream, and the author is unknown. The first quote comes to mind when we think about the whole journey to establish an African American museum in Washington County. A challenge was issued at an Alpha Kappa Alpha Founders Day celebration and thus began the journey. While we appreciate the idea from Dr. Margaret Burroughs, who is the co-founder of the DuSable Museum, we know that it was just an idea that needs to be acted on to move us forward. It was not Dr. Burroughs, but the founding members and the boards of directors that have done the work. And they have done this work for over 30 years, all volunteers until recently. Long time to be volunteering, right? The second quote is, "Faith is taking the first step, even though you can't see the whole staircase," by Dr. Martin Luther King Jr. After we accepted the challenge, we had to answer the question, how do we move forward with no building, money, or expertise and start a museum? We did that by faith, which meant taking the first steps. We had to get the necessary paperwork into the state, which included our constitution and bylaws. We began raising funds, and we had to look to other organizations to work with us. We have worked with many organizations in the community, and one of those organizations with us is Ann Arbor District Library. Eli is here, the great partnership. We also had to find a meeting space. Our first meeting space was the Weatherstone Clubhouse, followed by a news center, when we had an incubator space, and then a small office. Following that, Letitia Bird offered us the use of the Bird Center, which was this building, and later the Mosaic Foundation rented a space to us on Pontiac Trail. Our funds have come from you, grants and community events. We have been fiscally responsible with your dollars. And it is because of that, we have been able to purchase this property as our permanent home without taking out a mortgage. Thank you. While we now own the property, we will continue to need your donations to assist with our day-to-day operations. And at this time, I want to just call the name of the founding members. Letitia Bird, who was on this building along with her husband David Bird, and she's a founding member, as I said. Bamidele Demerson, Gloria Edwards, is Gloria, where's got a couple founding members here. So Gloria Edwards, you want to step forward, Gloria? Cheryl Irvin, where is Cheryl? Cheryl needs to step forward. Martha Graham, now some of our founding members are no longer with us and some have moved. Martha Graham, Joanne Hall, Joyce Hunter, Earl W. Jackson, Lola Jones, Joki Kamuyu, Patricia King, Vivian Light, and she's supposed to be flying in from Florida to be here today. Dorothy A. Mack, Sean Martin, Shirley Martin, Francine Mormon, Beverly Myers, Zarelda Palmer, Lindell Ransom, Beverly Tyler, Shirley A. Vaughn, and Cheryl L. White. Let's give all our founders a round. People aren't here yet, but I'll move forward anyway. Thank you again, and please continue to support us. Speaking of support, I would like to thank Kip Lightfoot, and that's Letitia's son, for selling this property to the museum. So let's give him a round of applause. Hopefully he's en route, and he'll have a few things to say when he arrives. So thank you again for coming out, and I'm going to turn it back over to Debbie.
Thank you, Joyce. So, since 2022, I've had the honor of serving as board chair of this esteemed organization. In this role, I have witnessed the remarkable dedication and contributions of our board members and staff to the AACHM. I am deeply grateful for their unwavering commitment and significant impact they have made. So I'm going to, sometimes I forget to thank the people that are closest to me, but I really want to honor our board members. And I'm going to call you by name, and if you're close by, please just come into the room and raise your hands, please. So Cedric Bass is probably in the overflow. Here he is, yes. Cedric Bass. She will be here later on. Lisa Borgsdorf, our recording secretary, is out of town today. Unfortunately, she won't be here. Nakisha Cheney is our she's a vice chair and my right-hand person, and she happens to be an attorney, so she has a brilliant legal mind, and she just helps us in so many, many, many ways. I could say something about everyone, but I won't. Ellen Copeland Brown, our corresponding secretary, Marlis Dean. Here's Nakisha Cheney, a founding member, William Epps IV. He's probably outside directing traffic. Joyce Hunter, you met her. Patricia King, you met her, one of the founding members. Deborah Meadows, who's the docent for the Underground Railroad tour, and she runs a lot of our programs. Akin Olawaderi, who is one of our newer board members. Rossi Ray Taylor, who is the chair of the Site Development Committee. And one of our right-hand. Rossi and I are up after midnight sometimes talking about the museum. We're both night owls. Anthony Stewart, Betty Thompson. I believe is the first black librarian in the city of Ann Arbor. William Epps, come up so everyone can see you. Kenyatta Tucker Ibarisha. He's the man of great energy. William Epps, number 4. If you have ever participated in Kwanzaa, that's your man. He runs our Kwanzaa program for us every year with excellence. And this year, we will be having Kwanzaa in this building, our property, owned, debt-free. Mike you the weather today. Beverly Willis. Where's Beverly Willis? She is our resident historian and curator. We're gonna have Beverly Willis tonight because she does so much I can't even do adequate justice here today. And then our first permanent staff person, Natasha Zakay, is our museum administrator. So since I became chair of the board, my phrase has been, we're on the move, we're on the move, we're on the move. We are on the move, and we are not moving without you all, because you all are our gas, you're our fuel. And so we are so thankful. Oh, Kay, how did I miss your name? Please forgive me. Come on out, Kay Way. Kay Way! She's heading up a really interesting, she and Anthony are going to be heading up our education division. So U of M School of Education folks, connection here.
Yes.
Okay, so we're thankful for our advisory board. Some of our members are here today. If you're a member of our advisory board, please raise your hand. If you're not, please consider joining. And you, if you're a paid member, then you can be a member of our advisory committee. All right, special thanks to our marquee donors, the Song Foundation, Doug and Lynn Song, and who are the founders of the foundation, and Ms. Kalia Burke Gaston, who is the executive director, and she will be here very soon. She's coming from another engagement, but she will be here to have remarks. And then the Ann Arbor Area Community Foundation and Doug Worster. These folks have been our ongoing supporters and marquee, so at really significant levels. We want to thank someone who is not here. It is Crosby Bean. And many of you don't know Crosby, may not have heard his name very much, but Crosby shepherded us through the due diligence process before purchasing this building. So he did all the surveying and meeting with public officials, meeting with the township, meeting with the county to make sure that this was a building that we should purchase. So thank you to Crosby. The Lots 3 Metz Crutcher architecture firm, Kenneth Crutcher. We will send you out before and after pictures so that you can really appreciate what they did with this building. So thank you again, Kenneth. Kenneth and I said, Kenneth, we are like sister and brother. We fight, but we still love each other. So our project manager, who is not with us at this hour, is Hobie Rourke. Hobie is the National Director of Facilities for McKinley Properties. He gave us hundreds of hours of volunteer work, which is amazing. I also want to acknowledge a person who has become a dear friend of mine, and her name is Lori Sipes. Stand up, Lori. Lori is an historical architect, and she helped us through the architectural bidding process. She set up a formalized process, so everything we did was above board to hire Crutcher and his firm. So thank you so much, Lori. It was so amazing that every step along this journey, we got exactly what we needed. We got Crosby Bean to help us with the pre-work. We got Hobie to help us with once we purchased the building. We got Lori. So everyone came into place at the right time. We want to thank the Pittsfield Township Historic District Committee, the Pittsfield Township Planning Commission, and Mandy Graywell, the supervisor, who has just been a champion for us. Finally, I want to thank an essential partner, and that is the Episcopal Church of the Incarnation and Pastor Dean Aponte Safe. And they allow us to use the space. We could not have gotten the site plan approved without them having an easement parking lot agreement with us. So we are so grateful. So our journey has been nothing short of miraculous. In August 2020, the board decided to find a permanent home for the AACHM. After exploring several options, we chose to purchase the Bird Center. With the support of Kip Lightfoot, whose mother, Letitia Bird, is a founding member of the AACHM, and she wished for us that this space would become our permanent home. And so Kip, we were able to secure this building at a price far below market value because of Kip's willingness to keep his mother's dream alive. So we owe a great debt of gratitude to Kip. Thanks to the board's careful stewardship, we closed on the Bird Center on December 9th, 2022, paying for the building in cash. So on January 11th, 2023, the Pittsfield Historical Commission designated this as a historical site. Renovations began immediately with Hobie Rourke as project manager. By February of 2023, we received a property tax exemption which comes with 501c3 organizations. But if our timing had not been perfect, we would have had to pay taxes for a whole year. Woo! Everything came at the right time. So, although we didn't, in May of 2023, we launched a soft capital campaign to fund the renovations. And although we didn't have the full 500, it's miraculous. So with additional support from the Ann Arbor Area Foundation and Donald Worster, we now have a beautifully renovated building. And the best news is we purchased and renovated this building, and we have no debt. We have no debt. And you know, you have to have a firm foundation. And if we did not have founders and early board members that were stewards, good stewards of funding, we wouldn't have had money in the bank to pull out to purchase this property. So again, thank you to the founding members and the early board members. So, and of course, we could not have done this without you. You all are amazing supporters. We did a 30K, 30-day challenge this summer. Boom, as soon as we said, bam, money started coming. Like, wow. Folks, thank you for believing in us. Thank you for supporting our dreams. I cannot tell you how much it means for us to have you all here today. So the story doesn't end here. There's more good news. After reading Lynn Song's press release about the grant, buckle up, you guys. Just buckle up right now. I am so serious. The Mellon Foundation. Anybody heard of the Mellon Foundation? Just a little something. Just a little something. Honest to God, I received this email from the Mellon Foundation. I'm like, is this the real Mellon Foundation? So you know how we do. Google the sender. Google the sender. I'm like, oh, this is real. So they said that they want to help us, support us. And in September 24, after several communications, they invited us to submit a $200,000 proposal for 2 years to fund a full-time executive director position and a marketing consultant. I don't know how much you know about the Mellon Foundation, but they don't invite you to apply for money unless they're going to fund you. And let me tell you how serious they are about that. We have a paid grant proposal consultant funded by the Mellon Foundation, yes, who is helping us submit the grant, yes, to Mellon Foundation specifications. here in April, paid for by the Miller Foundation. But guess what? It's not the end. We need you to be with us because it's only 2 years. And after 2 years, we're going to have to take that on. So we will continue to be good stewards, and please don't give up on us. So we are incredibly grateful for your support above all, and we would not have made this progress without your consistent contributions and support. So we look forward to what's ahead, and thank you very much.
One quick millisecond, I promise it won't be long.
Like, I'm a
Millisecond.
hook you.
You gonna hook me?
Kenneth, do you want to say anything?
It's been a wonderful experience. I'm so glad to be part of this thing.
All right, thank you.
Yes.
So what we're going to do is ask for half the folks to start the tour upstairs, and then the other half will start it down here. And when the upstairs group is done, the downstairs group should be done, and then we'll switch. Okay? All right. So Brian and Janelle, would you all lead the upstairs group, please? Oh, that's my nephew Brian, and my niece Janelle, and my husband John. Wait a minute. Okay, John is right here. John Covington is the best husband for a woman like me who never sleeps. So thank him. Okay, so let's go up. Half of you go up, and then the rest of